What's going on, everyone? This is game 4 of the Wolves and the Spurs, and Wemby was looking aggressive early on. Unfortunately, the physicality got to his head and Wemby got ejected for the first time in his career. You got to stay tuned to see what happens there. Vassell's going to pop that in. On the Wolves side, Anthony Edwards went absolutely bonkers. 36 points, and he just came back from that hyper-extended knee. Mini pump fake 3, that's in his bag. The events of this game have significant impacts on what's going to happen in the rest of the playoffs. Because what happens if the Spurs lose this series? It's definitely a potential, because that elbow from Wemby, people in the past have been suspended for that type of activity. So we'll just have to wait to see what happens. Ayo's going to throw that up and in. Wemby is looking interesting. Taps Gobert on the head. We getting physical out there. Look at Wemby going aggressive, but unfortunately, tonight he only had 4 points. Normally people, they get rattled a bit, but I don't think Wemby knew the extent of what he did. Goes around, throws it up and in. Julius Randle had an alright game tonight, 12 points. Nothing special except for Anthony Edwards on the Wolves side. De'Aaron Fox going to do what he does, flick it up the lob to Wemby. And those were the only buckets he made tonight. Nothing else afterwards. Look at the Timberwolves though. Anthony Edwards just straight up isolation, faked that, oh yeah, step back 3, stepped on the line, but that's tough. Without Wemby on the court, the Wolves definitely can take advantage of the Spurs. They play in the same style with how they did the Nuggets series, just go attacking the paint. Oh yeah, watch this, turn on the Jets. Shannon is so quick with that. That layup package is insane. If he made that, would have been a highlight play, but Gobert normally cleans up his misses anyway. Oh, they're going to start firing those threes. Edwards, he's going to start laboring a bit, but, you know, he's going to come back hooping in the fourth quarter. Swing it around. Oh, yeah. Intercept that. Naz Reid playing that defense straight into offense. Looked like he wanted to dunk that on his head and won. And we're going back and forth. It's such a fun game to watch. Dylan Harper is a rookie, but the man dropped 24 points, 8 out of 11 shooting, was absolutely sensational tonight. He might be the second option in the future after Wemby. I don't know if Stephon Castle can keep it up. But yeah, those 3 guys are going to be the future for the Spurs. Shannon's going to charge in for another explosive lay. Missed that. I think he needs a few more years to develop, but definitely has potential. Oh, Dylan Harper, great passing all around. Spurs offense is always going to get good shots. They are so unselfish with that. Another 3. Missed that. Wemby's there to clean it up, and they're getting physical. Oh yeah, he elbows Naz Reid right here, and that's an ejection. Let me explain why Wemby was so mad. Throughout this series, the Wolves have been very physical. McDaniel's going to whack him in the head from the elbow, so you know Wemby was going to get mad after that. Not only this, you can see McDaniels is wrapping his arm 2 hands as well, and he can feel Naz Reid on the left. So in frustration, Wemby's going to let it out, but unfortunately, he's way too tall, so when he goes swings, it's right into the neck of Naz Reid. And if you see his arm in this picture, they've been scratching him up and pushing him all series long. It's a build-up from that. So that's the context on why Wemby got ejected. The Spurs need to play on. They are used to Wemby being out because he's been injured before. But you know, the Wolves have Anthony Edwards, so it's a ball game. I'm just curious who's going to win this series. If Wemby gets suspended another game or 2, it's looking very dire for the Spurs. Oh yeah, roll on in. Anthony Edwards is in attack mode. You love to see his mentality. I believe out of this court and everyone standing there, Anthony Edwards is the most confident. You see him getting ready to block that? Almost. Anthony Edwards was chirping every time down the court. Now they're going to run some pick and roll game, start attacking the paint. Gobert thinks it's easy, but Cornet is 7'2", you know. Without Wemby, Cornet has an increased role, trying to do that facilitation, swing it around. Vassell has to create something out of nothing. Now Castle gets a wide open 3. So you can see that's that Spurs philosophy. They pass around that ball, get a good shot in the end. Wolves are looking hungry now. Now Ayo can attack the rim at will. Anthony Edwards is getting excited. There's no one like Wemby to block his shots. He's going to roll in. Cornet is on a different level. Even though he's 7 foot, Anthony Edwards feels comfortable to attack. Oh, Fox missed that. They're going to put that up and in. This game is an example of how one man can change the flow of the entire game. Oh yeah, Spurs going to get a layup on the other end and one. Anthony Edwards is getting confident. Get that triple handoff from Rudy Gobert. Sees Cornet in front. Just one little push into the spin around. Too smooth. That's what you like to see. Castle's going to start sourcing up, swinging around. Wide open 3, fumbles it, but can charge right in. Oh, Jaden McDaniels, the man who was talking all that trash in the Denver series, he's been real quiet against the Spurs. Gonna make a few buckets here and there, but definitely not the same impact as those other series and games. Oh yeah, now he's trying to attack again, sees Cornet. Now he can float that up and in without getting blocked. Missed that. His offense suspicious at times. Spurs are gonna push immediately. Oh yeah, Castle's layup bag looking very sweet. I like to see Naz Reid in this facilitation role because Randall's going to cut backdoor wide open. This is a play that a lot of NBA teams run. People are just caught sleeping every time. Fox, he's going to start cooking up sharp. Oh yeah, go in and throw that up. Spurs, they're going to start attacking the young guys. Shannon needs a few more years of experience. De'Aaron Fox is going to spin around into the midi. So quick with the movement, it's insane. De'Aaron Fox got to be one of the fastest guys in the NBA. Pulls the move so quick. Anthony Edwards getting trapped though, so they're going to make a new move. Leave a man wide open. Even though the Wolves are down, they're going to come climbing back. De'Aaron Fox cooks him again. The moves are looking interesting. But Anthony Edwards is coming to save the day. Swinging around Shannon, another three. It looks like we're watching the same clips over and over again. It's just a battle between Fox and Shannon. Oh, Jaden McDaniels going to start frying up. Roll on in and lay that in. Too easy. You see, no Wemby. All the layups are getting spammed now. Look at this. Keldon Johnson just walks in. Things are getting a little bit sloppy out there, but now Anthony Edwards starts to take over. 16 points in the fourth quarter. It's still kind of interesting to see Naz Reid as a primary ball handler looking like a point guard. See Champagny, this is a snack. Go in, spin around into the floater. You know, sometimes the superstars just take over the game. Anthony was double teamed to spin around into the midi. It just looks so easy. He knows exactly what's going to happen and has a counter for it. De'Aaron Fox, they're going to play a drop coverage. That's a wide open three. Splash. And so the Wolves keep giving Anthony Edwards the ball and let him cook. Now he just goes in for a slow step lay. Way too simple. Spammer, give him the ball, let him isolate. Pops a three now. He's going to start frying up. Spurs need a timeout. He's talking that trash. There's absolutely nothing they can do to slow him down. Open three they give up, but don't matter. Anthony Edwards gonna come right back. You know he's getting that ball in his hands. Naz Reid straight to him, pops that three, splash. It looks like Anthony Edwards can't miss. Who does this remind you of? You know the historic superstars? He got that elite mentality like them. Fox doesn't want to lose though, but he's gonna almost fumble it, has to throw it up like that. Wow, that's different. But Naz Reid is ready to attack. This is a mismatch. They help, and Rudy Gobert gets an and one. Things are getting crazy out there. Naz Reid pops one. Missed that, but Anthony Edwards gets the rebound, the hero of tonight, and lays that up. He doesn't care about Cornet. If that was Wemby, he wouldn't have gone in for a layup. You can see on the court, without Wemby, the Wolves are just going to attack in a completely different way. Usually, Wemby would be roaming the paint so the guys can't take layups, but Julius Randle is so comfortable. Cornet has to help. And if that was Wemby, that might have been a steal, but Gobert is wide open, going to dunk that in. And once again, the Wolves' specialty, drive in for layups and one. It kind of looks like the Denver series now. No three-pointers, attack the rim. Oh, they're going to get a dunk on the other end. But it might be too little too late. They're going to splash that three. Nope, missed that. Naz Reid had to put it up and in. Offensive rebounding without Wemby is easy. Oh, they almost lost the ball. Spurs have a chance. They might even come back. Julian Champagny rolls on in, and that's a foul. Make those free throws, and it's a close game. Swinging around, and this was different. He's going to save the ball, but kicked it back. Unintentional, so technically based on the rules, you play on. Final shot of the game. They're going to stumble and fumble a bit. Has to pop that deep three, missed that, and that's the end of the game.